Oh, the phones. Oh, the phone boxes are trashed. There's no reason for us to stay here then. But the fact that there are phones here means that there must be humans who have installed them. Shouldn't we look for those humans? I agree. Alright, well then, let's go. Everyone, make sure you have your bags with you. Alright, let's head out. I suspect this is the end of the episode, because I'm mildly confident that that was in fact the end of the episode. They are, oh my god, it's so accurate. So accurate to the series, it's ridiculous. It's beautiful. It's truly, truly beautiful. There are two types of episodes, main episodes and sub-episodes. A sub-episode with a yellow icon indicates limited time left to play it. Continuing with a main episode will cause the sub-episode to disappear. Press left or right keys at the episode selection menu to switch the type displayed to all, main, or sub. Well, I feel like I'm going to want to do the sub mission, certainly. Sandy beaches and something else. Which it's definitely... Oh! Ooh, I wouldn't want to skip that one. But the blue wolf... But it's not going to be Weregarurumon at this early stage. So it's not that exciting. Although Garurumon in fairness, is an awesome looking monster. It's a fantastic looking wolf in general terms. When it goes to Weregarurumon, it's even fucking better though. I cannot stress to you enough how incredibly awesome Weregarurumon is. And as I say, I was on this thought track earlier. We derailed, but I think the workmen have managed to pick that back up, and they've got it back on the tracks. The ragged designs of the Digimon are really nice. So that is intriguing. It fell off the tracks again. I'm sorry, it fell off the tracks. There's intriguing blank space at the end there. There's the seven Digidestined, and then there's a blank space. Makes me wonder precisely how far through the series this game goes. Because if that blank space becomes what I think it might become, that might be interesting. But that would be a long, long way away, if it is who I think it might be. Because that was deep into Digimon storyline. Deep into Digimon storyline, that one. Anyway, we already did save it, but I've pushed the select button now, so we're going to save it again. I'm in two minds. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm in two minds. I kinda should put it away. As specified. It's getting late. I'm getting tired. But I'm still going to do this episode. Yay, we can get rid of Tai, I suspect. Yay, get rid of Tai. Let's have... Well, we'll have Tentamon, because I said he's going to stick around at all times. We've been using Patamon. Let's use Matt. I like Matt. As I say, I quite like Matt. It's a shame he's not going to be able to do his full Digivolution at this stage, unless I did the other episode. But they said about these episodes are timed, so we ought to do them first. Hey, Joe, what kind of gift do you think would make you happy? What's this all of a sudden? Well, I wanted to get something for the marching fishes, since they're always helping us. March? You mean those small fish? Yeah. I wanted to show some gratitude and give them a present. I'm not sure if I'm the one you should ask about this. Alright, if you don't think you'll be able to come up with anything, shall we find some Digiclams? I'm going to go out on a limb and say they are clams. They're also digital. They're digital clams. Have we got the pattern yet? There's such a thing as Digiclams? Would you still find them in the ocean? Digiclams should be at sandy beaches. Alright then, Joe. Let's go to the ocean. Right now? Hey, Joe, we're going to get going soon. Hey, Tai, sorry. But can we go to the beach now? We don't have time to go sea bathing at a time like this. Is that even a thing? Sunbathing, yes. Sea bathing, not 100% convinced, my friend. No, we have to. My pride and Goemon's relies on this heartfelt gift. I don't really understand, but can't be helped. Alright, Joe, thank you! Yay, we're going to run around as Joe for a bit. Can I go this way? Oh, I can't. Oh! I can. Oh! Oh, okay, that's not... That's not quite what I'd intended. By map, I didn't realise it was going to take me all the way out to the episode select map. But yeah, we might as well wander around as Joe for a bit and do this episode. Why not? I've saved it. Regularly saved it. Far too many saves at this point, I think. But anytime you get given a save point, you ought to make use of the save point, because it is a mighty useful thing to have. Oh, you bastard, you turned around. Ain't no fucking way you saw me, you little shit. Da 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 da. Very angry for a moment there, weren't you? You're a little bit angry there. Numon! Fuck him up! It is a bit of a shame that my favourite Digimon is probably the weakest in terms of straight, raw attack strength. But at least my sort of secondary favourite, I think my secondary favourite's got to be Gabumon. Mostly, partly for his sort of personality in the series, but also partly for the fact that he does turn into Garurumon. Let's get back on that original thought track about the raggedy designs, because we still haven't highlighted the other raggedy design I was going to highlight, which is Angemon. Because as much as he is this sort of angelic form, he's got a certain amount of raggediness about him. And I like that. I like that in the design choices, having that ragged, sort of slightly darker tones, I feel, with the Digimon monsters. Pokemon were all quite sort of happy, bright things. A lot of them. There's actually quite a few Pokemon that are quite dark looking, aren't there? But my point still stands. The Digimon are better than Pokemon. Was that the point? It is now. It's the point I'm making right now. Digimon, better than Pokemon. I'm sorry if that offends people, but it's the truth. And sometimes the truth hurts. The truth hurts your pride if you like Pokemon more than you like Digimon. Though I will specify. I will counter my own point slightly. I think the TV series, Digimon has the edge. But Pokemon, the video games, I think Pokemon have always had the edge in terms of video games. Although this one does a lot to rectify that. This one is great. I suppose it might be a case of all the really good Digimon games are just strictly sort of locked in Japan. And such, I've never played them. Therefore, the Pokemon games seem to be the better franchise with better games out there. But if I was to play all Digimon games versus all Pokemon games, I might actually find that the Digimon games are slightly better. Especially this one, as I say, this one does a lot. It does a lot right. A lot right. I'm enjoying this immensely, because it's got a nice RPG battle system. I like the way it's done the turn-based at the bottom there. I like the fact that your moves affect your speed along with your speed, I suppose. As I say, reminds me a little bit of Grandia, especially with that shock. I haven't really done much in the way of shock and break. That feels like it's one of those ones where, at the moment, I can kind of get away with going, just attack a load. But later on, it might be worthwhile learning more about the timing of shocking and breaking. Because if I can shock and break at the appropriate times, you can stop enemies attacking. And that's, if I'm correct in that assessment, that is very, very similar to the old Grand... Oh, for fuck's sake. It's very similar to the... Oh, for fuck's sake. Which is a very good game. If you have not played... Oh, for fuck's sake. You should look out for it. It's excellent. Well made. Does tend to elicit the response, oh, for fuck's sake. But it is designed that way. You're supposed to go, oh, for fuck's sake. That's why it's called. Oh, for fuck's sake. No. Grandia. Battle system similar to Grandia. If I'm correct in my assessment of this battle system, Grandia used to have you be able to, if you could time it just perfectly, you could prevent an entire sort of arse-kicking bullshit move from the boss. You could actually go, nope, back to the back of the queue, you little shit, to the back of the queue. And this feels oddly similar, although it's not quite as It's not as timey. I know what I mean. I'm not sure I can elucidate. I believe that's the correct word. I'm not sure I can elucidate correctly to allow you to know what I mean. But, so, this feels like it's... Oh, I haven't said that. Let's try and... Oh, I've just won. That's great. I mean, it is great, but not if you're trying to investigate the bloody battle system in greater depth. But from what I can tell, it looks like the way it's segmented, which actually kind of makes it pointless that they travel so far back. So the speed stat surely must have be their speed to travel along the bar, which would make it very much like Grandia. But I've not seen any evidence that anybody's overtaken anybody else whilst travelling down the bar. But I haven't been looking that in depth. So let's try and see, because I wouldn't mind seeing, like... No, see, they all seem to travel together down the bar, which does feel like it makes the bar slightly pointless. Because why send him all the way back up to that end of the bar if his turn is just going to be in behind them? You could just have it so that it's in behind them. There may be more method to the system than I'm giving it credit for, but... did they close the gap slightly? I'm not 100% convinced they did, but they might have done it. Okay, let's... 1, 2, 3... No, alright, 1, 2, 3... 4 segments. 4 whole segments reside between Gomamon and the mushroom. Let's see if that changes dramatically. I mean, that looks suspiciously like it's about 4 whole segments and most of a fifth. So I don't think that... Now, that's changed a little bit more dramatically, I think. But that's mostly because Gabumon actually sort of shunted Gomamon along a little bit. So I'm not 100% convinced it's working the same as Grandia. Because Grandia, you could see when a character was faster than another character, because he would travel along the bar at a quicker pace and potentially overtake, which was quite nice. If you've never played Grandia, highly recommend it. Or specifically Grandia 2. I've got to admit, I have played Grandia, the first one, assuming I'm pronouncing it correctly. It's Grandia. It could be Grandia, it could be Grandia. I think I have mentioned this before, but considering quite how long it's been since I've done regular content bits, it's not that surprising that I've completely forgotten the bits I've discussed in the past. But nonetheless, if you've not played Grandia, I would highly recommend it if you're a fan of really cool RPGs, because it is really good. Especially Grandia 2. That's the one I favour. I really want to play Grandia 3, but just fuck knows when. It's genuinely gotten to that stage where there's too many things. And it's like, I really want to do that thing, but I really want to do that thing, and that thing, and that thing. And there's too many things. There are now officially too many things to do. Right, done. Bored with the world now. Done. Dusted. Too many things to do. Can't be bothered to do any of them. It's a very childish response, isn't it? It's exceedingly childish. But as I say, I'm not convinced this is functioning exactly like Grandia, but it's got certain similarities, especially with this idea of being able to break and shock them, affecting their sort of level of capabilities on this sort of bar system they've got at the bottom. As I say, I'm not 100% convinced the entire bar is necessary. I feel like they could have gotten away with just having the portraits rather than the full bar system, but I might be wrong. There may be, as I say, there may be some kind of science behind having that bar where the calculations regarding speed and shit, literally in the case of the new one, but the speed may be required to be calculated appropriately on the bar, the way they've built the battle system. I don't know. I don't know precisely how they built the battle system. All I know is the sort of general twat 'em with the circle button is essentially all I'm having to do at the moment. There is really no tactics required at this stage. But that's fairly standard. That's standard practice in RPG games, isn't it, really? First few segments of the game, you can pretty much just tap the button and get through the attack, the sort of battles with a reasonable amount of ease.